What's up, guys? Welcome to the Chalked Podcast. I'm Bryce.
I'm Chris.
Enjoy the show.
I have a little conspiracy theory here.
What is it?
I heard that you're very much into that stuff.
I am. I mean, I'm big on you know, I believe on life on other planets. So that off the bat, people just look at me like, okay, this guy's definitely into like the flat Earth. You know what I mean? Like that's how. But there was a time when I was going into that deep hole on the internet when I was like my teens, and I just started learning about a bunch of conspiracy theories and stuff like that. But
When the internet first came out in your teens.
When the internet.
People
Back
don't
in the
know.
70s.
Chuck's like 70 years old, and
yeah, I was born in the 80s. Yes.
wait, were you actually born in the 80s?
Yeah, I was born in 88, right at the cusp.
Cusp of the
Right at the
80s to the
cusp.
90s. That's a good
Yes.
time. I wouldn't know.
It was.
but
It was.
Seems like a cool time.
Wait, were you guys born in the 2000s? No way, right?
Chris was.
Oh, wait.
I'm a 1999 baby.
Ooh, you're at the cusp
I am the cusp.
of the 90s.
Cusp of the
Yeah,
decade.
That's crazy. Yo, being born in the 2000s is nuts to
Cusp
me,
of the
bro.
century, actually, right?
But Chris, yeah. So, you have conspiracy theories, or
Oh yeah, I'm looking at these. A lot of these conspiracy theories are surrounding Area 51,
what are your thoughts on that?
and
Aliens.
yeah, a bunch of alien stuff. Saying that it like doesn't exist. Some believe Area 51 is researching and experimenting on aliens and their spacecrafts, while others
I
believe
believe so.
it is fake. Yeah,
believe so.
I mean,
Listen, man. You heard of Roswell?
no,
No.
I haven't.
Okay, well, look that up on your spare time. This Roswell is at Area 51. They ended up shooting down a UFO that they saw, right? And with the pieces that they found, don't you think that from there was a point in our time where we didn't have like crazy technology? All of a sudden we had SIM cards and LED lights and all this crazy stuff. But well, they say they used that technology from that they found on this UFO and started making things, for us.
Yeah,
It's
Started
I don't
making
know,
things
man.
small.
I mean, it's supposed to be this huge, just like city underground, man. And then when you work in there, it's like you have to stay there. You can't.
You're talking about
even see
Area
the light of
51?
day. Yes,
underground. Okay.
It's an
underground and over there
underground
in
city.
Nevada.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. No one's ever seen it, right? Other than the people that work there, like no one knows.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to sign
I remember a few
NDAs.
years back when a whole bunch of these like people that are worse than me try to get together and
Yes.
break down the gates of
Yeah.
Area 51. Remember that?
yeah, what was
I
that
mean-
of it? Did they ever do it?
Listen, you can't even get within 1,000 feet to these gates before they zap you with a laser and disintegrate your entire existence. Like, there's
Wait,
no way
yeah.
you're gonna
I
get-
remember hearing about that. That was like a big. What was that?
It
What was that
like
all about?
raid.
people, yeah, that wanted to like march and just like break down the gates, and because they wanted to know the truth. You know what I mean?
The truth
The
is,
reason I feel like they don't do a disclosure of these life on other planets is because number one, it'll change the way people think about the world, about us, about everything. Religion will go out the window, and religion is a big money maker. And I guess they just don't want to frighten people. There is a lot of people that believe that we are the only people in the universe, and to me, that's crazy.
I agree. Yeah.
If the universe is vast and infinite, you think that we're the only ball with people on it? That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that Chris? Do you feel that way too, or because you're more religious?
I'm religious, yeah.
Well, see, Chris is religious, yeah.
But
Or are you an open-minded religious person?
I have beliefs according to like the Bible and stuff, which talks about it doesn't technically say there's aliens like that exist.
But
But
it
to
says there's
say-
angels.
To say, yeah, there's angels and stuff like that. So it's kind of reworded, but to say like that there's no other being whatsoever in the universes of universes of universes, like it's kind of crazy to say no, there's not. But I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
I'm not too devout to make that statement.
I mean,
but
even
religiously, I say no.
But even the thought that if we are the only people out there, that's scary in itself. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing but us. That's kind of scary. You know what I mean? Like people are scared to think that there's life on other planets, but the fact that if we are the only people, that's scary as hell.
But if even if we made the discovery, I
Mhm.
feel like they would never tell us. Like if they
Exactly.
did,
Yeah,
so
they
it's
don't want
like-
us to know.
Of course not. No, they don't want to panic
that
the
would break
people.
the world.
It's all about control in the world. They just want to control us and keep us in our little robot minds. And you wake up every day, go to work, go home. Wake up every day, go to work, go home. Like we're robots
No,
at the end of the
But
day.
is that a bad thing? Like
It is and it's not.
it would
it's
break
a good.
the world, dude. If they released that aliens were real and they had proof and they posted it.
Okay, hear this. It will break the world momentarily. It will change the world forever, but it will only be a ruckus and a riot for a little bit, and then people will just live with it because we adapt to things. You think when 9/11 happened in New York City, when the Twin Towers blew up and all this crazy, we were scared to death in New York for a while, but then after a while, we live with it.
But
You
I
know,
feel
but
like
this is like-
that's totally like, yeah, that's a really scary event that happened, and like that's something that could have happened, that feasibly we thought that this would, that's a really terrible thing to think that could happen, but that's something that could happen. That's something that people think that is okay. That's really shitty, but it could happen. Aliens is
But
something
aliens can happen.
Yes, well, but I think the difference
the world
between
doesn't believe that.
but,
You
but
know?
yeah, the difference between those two
it's-
things happening.
And it's just kind of crazy to me because we, for the most part, most people believe in a God and that one person created everything, and like that's kind of weird to me. It never made any sense to me, because like let's say this: you have two babies, right, and you raise them separate. This baby, you raise them thinking, okay, there's religion, there's a God, this and that. That kid's gonna grow up thinking only that, and if you tell him anything different, he's not gonna believe you. Raise this kid believing in the things that I believe in. Only raise him like that. He's gonna think there's a God. What? He's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about brainwashing and how you grow up. If you think about it.
Well, that's
Am I
not
right or wrong?
it's not brainwashing. It's just how, it's the environment you grow up in. If I grow up in like a non-religious family, then I'm gonna believe
That's
there's
what I'm
aliens.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So it sounds crazy because, like I said again, you see how you guys giggled because to you guys it's kind of far fetched as well. To most people, it is the things that I believe in. But then there's a lot of people that do believe in the things I believe in and won't laugh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
it sucks. But at the end of the day, we really don't know 100%.
That's
in both sides.
that's the hard thing about it.
You
Is that
feel what I'm
we don't,
saying?
is we don't know.
We really don't know. And that's it. I feel like you just live a life as a good person with good vibes, don't do no wrong, and I feel like you'll die in peace, and that's it. Because we really don't know what happens.
Well, I've seen so many videos of like UFO sightings and like all this stuff,
Yeah.
and it looks so real. It looks so real. So I just like, I don't know.
Have you ever
Really?
had
You know
any
what it
like?
is that a lot of them are photoshopped, right? But I actually saw one the other day on like they posted a UFO sighting, right? And it's hard to see what's real and what's not because of Photoshop, and people are really good with editing and all that. So
Sure.
the day that somebody actually videotapes one, they're not gonna believe it because they're gonna think that it's fake. You see what I'm saying? So it's so hard.
That's
It's
true.
so hard.
But along the lines of that, like, have you ever like what made you
Yes.
like? Have you experienced things like? Is there something that
Yes.
comes to mind?
I've never been abducted. That's crazy.
That you
I've never
know
been
of.
anal probed.
They brainwashed you to think that you
Hey, the
didn't.
chalk.
We got the plug
but
in there.
I have seen things in the sky that move at a weird speed and just not normal, like literally, like just like crazy. Like I've seen things. But just growing up in religion, I just never understood it. Like I was baptized like 4 different religions. Like my mom was just nuts. Like I was born Christian, then I became a Catholic, then I became Mormon, and then I like started and then it was like I studied the Quran, I studied Buddhism, like it was just, and none of it really made sense. So that's when I started studying the things that I believe in.
Aliens.
I mean,
It just sounds
religion of
funny,
aliens.
aliens, but it's just life on
Christ.
the planet. The word is funny. I get it. You know what people think of aliens like the
Alienism.
fucking ET, like tall, skinny green people. No, it's just people on other planets.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was another planet with people like that look just like us.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised, and those are considered aliens.